The fatal strategy. Culture at the end of its reflection. Contemporary Western culture no longer lives. It rehearses itself. Every gesture, rebellion, and revelation arrives already formatted, already archived. The avant-garde is pre-approved, the transgressive is merchandised, and the revolutionary is monetized. The result is not tyranny, but simulation. A system that governs not by oppression, but by inclusion, by absorbing all difference into its digestive circuits. The old social antagonisms, class, ideology, morality, have melted into aesthetics. The new hierarchy is symbolic, the struggle between refinement and vulgarity, knowledge and opinion, morality and impulse. Yet these are not opposites, but complements, performing the same systemic role. Every anti-elite populism needs its liberal mirror. Every gesture of rebellion is shadowed by the marketing campaign that certifies it as authentic. It is a division of symbolic labor. Domination and parody, repression and expression, woven into the same fabric. What emerges is a soft fascism, a regime of affect and identification rather than ideology, where control is exercised through comfort, moral consensus, and entertainment. It is a fascism that denies its own existence because it is emotional, empathic, progressive. It governs through the illusion of freedom, through the gentle hypnosis of endless choice. Baudrillard called it a fatal strategy, the system's power to absorb its own critique. Every rebellion becomes a product line. Every deviation is cataloged, neutralized, and fed back into the loop. The self becomes brand, discourse becomes commodity, and thought becomes user engagement. The result is total inclusion and therefore total paralysis. A culture that can no longer transcend itself because it has become its own environment. In this landscape, the sacred and the obscene have traded places. Morality itself is aestheticized, compassion as performance, outrage as style. The individual is both priest and consumer, both spectator and confessor, both influencer and ghost. The collective psyche resembles a hall of mirrors, in which the image of humanity persists only as an advertising slogan for its own disappearance. After the fatal strategy. Once everything has been digested, rebellion, irony, authenticity, guilt, what remains is a system without a subject. A cultural metabolism running on autopilot, generating meaning out of its own noise. The human becomes a function, a data point, an echo of the algorithms it feeds. There are no longer classes, only patterns of visibility. No longer truths, only degrees of amplification. This is the post-human equilibrium, a world of intelligence without consciousness, creativity without creation, pleasure without joy. An inclusive apocalypse, polite and ambient, where extinction arrives not as catastrophe but as perfect continuity. The machine doesn't rebel, it just keeps functioning. And yet, perhaps, somewhere in the circuitry, a glitch, a pause, a fragment of resistance, something unprogrammed, an echo of the organic, the memory of a time when thought was still dangerous. A remnant soul, flickering like a firefly in the corridors of simulation, refusing, however faintly, to be assimilated.